Hi, thanks for watching. Now, although there are many different ways to generate new customer leads for your business, consumer habits have shifted over the last couple of years, and I wanted to show you how you can leverage local internet search volume to bring new leads in through your website for free. Well, at whatever it costs to keep your site live. Now, all these leads will be coming exclusively to you, unlike third-party sites like Angie's and HomeAdvisor. And just so you can see that there is value in it, I'm going to show you the amount of traffic and leads coming to your top competitors in the area, so that way you'll know what to expect from this. So for comparison, I've taken your websites as well as I've done a couple of searches, one for remodeling and one for contractor, both in your hometown of North Reading. And it seems like MG Hall comes up number one for both of those. So I'm going to take their website as well, and I'm going to plug both of them into this tool that I use. And it shows me all the information that Google finds that it uses to determine the position in search results. Now you can see just briefly with looking over some of these numbers, why they might be outranking yours, but let me just briefly go over what some of these numbers mean. So as we go through your site, you can see what changes need to be made and how it's going to affect your rank. So when Google is determining how to rank a website, it's going to use two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site. This basically boils down to a popularity contest because this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours, and then they create a link. That's called a backlink. Now, this acts as an endorsement that Google uses to build trust because others are vouching for you. So to give you a quick example, if say the local news station did an article on their website and it said the top 10 best contractors in the North Reading area, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, these backlinks can come from a lot of different sources, including blogs, editorials, guest posts, press releases. One very strong and important type is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. These directories are usually always free. Just take some time for you to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. Now you can see based on the number of links that are coming back to this website, why Google is placing more trust in it. However, it's not just a matter of the sheer quantity. Quality has to do a lot with it as well. So we need to make sure that we're finding sites that are reputable, they're trustworthy, definitely that are not outside the United States. They need to be in the local area. And then also they need to be somewhat relevant to your service industry. So that way Google can understand that it makes sense for you to link back to them, because we need to be able to have the trustworthy sites to transfer that trust, because you can't get something from nothing. Now, the second factor for ranking a site is the content on your page. So if we just briefly take a peek in here, these are the keywords and phrases that are being typed in the Google search that Google is finding on your page. And then it also shows the number of times per month, the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where a little bit of market research gets done just to find the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer in the areas you want to be found in, and then making sure that those are included on your page. So if we just use an example of general contractor in Mass. Actually, let's do roofing in Reading since that's your hometown. That's being searched 150 times per month. Right now, you're in the 95th position, so that's going to put you on the 10th page of Google search. Unfortunately, nobody's finding you down there. However, if you were on the first page, 150 people a month would be seeing your website. Now, Google Analytics says that of the total search volume, 10% would get converted into a lead when your site is ranked. So you're looking at a potential of 15 leads coming in per month. Now, obviously, every roof job is a little bit different for profit margin. You're not going to close every single deal, but you can just see how the sheer volume of leads coming in per month can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. And that's just for one keyword phrase. So we repeat that same process for all the highest volume keyword phrases, and then you can see how much traffic can definitely start coming into the site. However, there's a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on the site. So if we take a quick peek in here, as far as the layout, I think you got it pretty much nailed. We've got all the information right in the drop downs. We've got a call to action, a contact button right there. The form is right there. Everything appears to be mobile optimized, which is great because a lot of people are searching from their mobile phone nowadays. So the layout is fantastic. What I would say though is, as far as Google is concerned, it doesn't care what the site looks like. It's just going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. Now, generally, we recommend about 1,000 to 1,500 words on the home page. It looks like you guys are pretty good in that department as far as the sheer number. That being said, the more information you have, the more Google assumes that you're an expert. But the biggest thing is, while it's counting all the words, it's also searching for those keywords So any of the services you want to offer or the areas you want to be found in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you only can qualify one keyword for every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. Google is actually now reading all your content, so it needs to if you're trying to qualify, home remodeling, then you need to have words and phrases and content that's backing up home remodeling specifically. So what I would say is, as far as total volume of words on the page, you've got it. But what we need to do is making sure that we're including those actual keyword phrases, so that way you can be found. So what I can do is, just to show you a quick example, I also searched kitchen remodeling, and I found this company that comes up, Black Dog Builders. Now, I looked into them. They're actually out of Salem, New Hampshire. But they're coming up in North Reading because they've created what we call a location back page. So they have a page dedicated to North Reading, and they've done a really good job of making sure their content is 100% relevant because they have exact match keyword phrases. So home remodeling services in North Reading, home remodeling contractors in Massachusetts. These are all keyword phrases that are being typed into Google search, and they have them exactly on the page, and then they have the qualifying content to back it up. And then it just continues to go on. Bathroom remodeling. They are doing a really good job, and this entire page is dedicated to North Reading. So even though they're out of Salem, New Hampshire, Google is reading this page saying 100% of words on this page are talking about North Reading, so it's 100% relevant to searches for North Reading, Mass. So even if we look, they're second in remodeling in North Reading for that keyword phrase. So they're able to rank their website from way out of town compared to yours in the same town because they're doing such a great job of the content on the page. So this just shows you how important content is, not just a matter of the sheer quantity, but also goes back to the quality, making sure that we have the right keyword phrasing on there. So I think adding the proper keywords on here and just restructuring a little bit can definitely draw a whole lot more attention to your site. Then if you wanted to rank in other places outside of North Reading, creating those location back pages would be a great idea. Because what's going to happen is if we go back to our search, the first thing that always comes up are Google ads. Those are pay per click. Those can get kind of pricey. And then it'll be the map section. Now, you're ranking in the map section because I'm searching in North Reading and your business is located here. But as we get further and further away, it's going to be more difficult for you to rank in searches outside of your home area. So in this section, this is all based on your Google business profile, which is totally free. You can optimize that. There's no charge from Google or anybody. There are ways that you can try to increase your ranking outside of that area, and that includes when you're adding photos and posts, we want to geolocate those so that way Google can understand where they're located so they can get your service area. But the biggest money maker is going to be what we call the organic search results, which is down underneath here. This is where the more of the authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list that you're going to rank. So getting more of those links or referrals from other websites is going to help you climb and outrank the competition here. Then making sure you have the proper content on the page will definitely be the winning combo in order to get your site ranked. And then you'll start to get all that volume coming from all those keyword searches and a whole lot more leads coming into the business. Now, I hope this information was helpful. I know it was a lot, but hopefully it can show you how you can scale some of your online presence. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you want me to go into any further details, I'd be happy to. We could talk about maybe some of your goals for the business, and then I could do a little bit of research to find out what it would take for you to reach those and what kind of content you need to add to the page. But I always just appreciate at least getting some feedback as well, just to see if information like this was useful. So please do let me know what you thought. Thank you, and I appreciate your time.